It's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see, the number 23 team in the country, the Stanford Cardinal, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Stanford about to tee it up to get this one going. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Oregon Ducks offense will get the first crack at it here. Last time we saw these guys, it was a rather forgettable experience for this quarterback. The football over, he got sacked. Just not a good day at all, Jesse.
Well, the defense was able to rattle him. They hit him often, they hit him early, they got sacks on him, and then he started feeling it. His eyes came down, he started floating the ball over the middle of the field and putting it into trouble and got picked off. So it's important in this one, David, up front, they do a better job of helping him stay on his feet to get into a rhythm.
The best quarterbacks in the history of the game, when you continue to hit them, they become very human, and they start to rush their thought process. So he got hit early, and he got hit often last week, and that's why they lost. Objective number one today, protect him, keep him upright, let him get some confidence.
Wants to throw, it's Morris. Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
That's a really nice looking throw. And when I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game. I feel like if this team is going to win the conference, they need this guy here to be able to make throws like that on a consistent basis. But I'll tell you, he really gives him a chance. He makes this offense go.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The Ducks want to pick up the tempo. On third down, he drops to throw. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Ducks send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. So the Stanford Cardinal offense comes out, and they'll have it for the first time today. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The give to the tailback. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. The Cardinal can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. He's got it again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Austin. Looking to throw, it's Aurora. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hayden. Finds a crease at the 20. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Unloads quickly. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's 1st and goal as Stanford comes to the line. Give to the fullback. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Stanford!
1st and goal. You know what's coming. They know what's coming. Can you stop it? And you can't. Pound the football straight ahead. Get in for 6. Nice job by the big fella.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Tight end finds a soft spot. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that, you got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
2nd down coming up.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. And you want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in prep.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Man, this has been a struggle. offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities, mission number one, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Makes the catch. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. The Ducks will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. All the way back to the 15. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll put the ball in play. On 30-yard line. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking downfield, it's Aurora. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the 2nd play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback.
They'll run play action. He uncorks one deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. A little sluggish out of the gate here. They've had to punt it away on each of their first 2 possessions. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Leaves it with the back. Running into the open space. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. Soft spot in the middle. And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the 2nd. They've got a first down here to open the period. Rides the back on the option, the give. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped, a gain of 3. And the Ducks want to crank the tempo.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Hand off from the shotgun. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4. The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. The give on the option. Oh, he's got some space. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Morris. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. The Ducks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll go with a direct snap. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll run it from the gun. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Trying to barge in. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Splits the uprights. Good. That'll bring him to within 4. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Interesting showdown in the Pac-12 today, man. Take a look at how things are playing out. Cal is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Aaron Rodgers should never be counted out of any game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Utah. If anything else happens in this one in the Pac-12 or anywhere else, we'll make sure you know about it. Back to you, Willis.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Finds the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw, it's Aurora. Quick strike complete. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never complain.
Wants to throw on 3rd. Grab near the marker. It's Rourke. Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. This time they'll go to the running game. And he'll... running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Stanford with a lot of options here on 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Rourke. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
They'll send the back in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Saunders. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Stanford could choose to go for it all here on 2nd and inches. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Stanford going back to work with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a first down at the 12. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on first down. Back to pass, it's Aurora. Got it! And he wanted the score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to power their way ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinal!
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. DBs will back off a bit. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time now. It used to just be in the red zone. Now you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
Quickly complete. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
Nice job by the QB and receiver on this play in a 2-minute situation, knowing to work the boundary, get the first down, and get the ball out of bounds. Great situational awareness.
He's going to fire deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Got the first down and still on his feet. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To throw, it's Aurora. Flushed out of the pocket. Snagged out of the air. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line, and they stop him and knock him out of bounds. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. He'll take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move-the-chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in Autzen Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Ducks will kick it off to start the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. If we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first
breaks into the open. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in the second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26.
And here's what I like about that, man. That feels like an instinctive play. Like this guy almost knew it was coming. You know, most of the time in a bootleg, they want to show you the run first, but he wasn't buying it, went right to the quarterback, saw it, and made the big sack.
Looking for a man. It's Aurora. Blasted as he lets it go. On target over the middle. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. Under fire. And the incomplete pass had a lot of juice on it.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let... Checked out. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
And that's a nice third down conversion for this offense. And I'll tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together. Get one of those long drives going.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. The give to the fullback. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for a miss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
It is loud in here as they try to help him get a stop on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Plucks it out of the air. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got his man on the right. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
My man, get him the ball. He will do the rest. Catches the football, walks into the end zone. Feed that man the rock.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you updated on a fascinating battle going down in the Pac-12. Arizona State is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jake Plummer, this might not be over just yet. They're trailing by just 4 to UNLV. If anything changes in this pivotal Pac-12 matchup, guys, you know we're here to bring it to you.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Ducks in the hurry-up.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
It's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Snap it to the back. And they're able to get a third down stop here. Go for it on 4th. The Ducks will send out the punt unit.
Number 18, on to punt it away.
Now on the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires on the move. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He wants to change this route. Trying play action. Here's a heat. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to pass. It's Aurora. Here's the pressure. He makes the grab. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's fourth down. On fourth down, looking to pass. And the pass is incomplete. It's the final play of the third quarter. Fourth quarter is coming. At the end of the quarter, it is Stanford holding the edge. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Use the play fake, now to throw. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got him downfield. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. And the Ducks will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Trying to barge their way in. And toward the end zone, and they knock it loose. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. The Ducks moving quickly to the line. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on pass.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Back to pass, it's Morris. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
They decided to go for it on 4th down, and that was not easy, man. These windows open and close so quickly when you're throwing into the end zone, but really nice timing by the quarterback, and because of that, on 4th down, it's a touchdown.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to a scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
2nd down, he'll throw it. He'll take a deep shot here. Pulls it in on the left. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
Oh, they're after him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Autzen. From the gun, wants to pass. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Gets rid of it. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play. break to check him out. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. To the air, it's Morris. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like...
He lost one down the sideline. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Just gets rid of it before the heat. And they can't make the play on third down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The running back has it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Stanford to the line on third and long. The play action fake. Now he's going to break the pocket. Fires downfield. They needed a big play, and they got it, and the foot down for the first down.
Such a tough spot to be in on defense because you're trailing. You're expecting the offense to run the football. They just did it on the last play, and then on a critical third down, they go play action, and they throw it over your head. You got to feel for this defense.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Send the tight end in motion. Looking for room. It's Harmon. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Finds his big tight end. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down.
Man, really nice job by this offense. Look at the play action. Really sell the fake. You watch people, they scramble up, they go up to play the run. Nice job, quarterback, putting his foot in the ground, completing the pass, and getting the first down on third down.
With the run on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Fullback's got it. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. There is no doubt, at this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. Good, right down the boulevard. And now the lead is extended a little further. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David. Yeah. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Firing to the right, complete. Still on his feet at the 45. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. And they spike it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play. 2nd down.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Morris. Incomplete. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
And that is a play you've got to make as the defender. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got a chance to secure the win with the interception, and you put it on the ground. Missed opportunity.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Trailing by a touchdown here in the 4th, they'll try to get it back with the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
it.